Hi everybody, my name is Corey Washington and I'm in the Sports Tourism Development course. Today we're going to talk about the United States Youth Soccer Commission and its impact on the soccer community. So what is U.S. Youth Soccer? U.S. Youth Soccer is their offices are located in Frisco, Texas. Their purpose is to create an atmosphere where players can use soccer as a way to transform their lives into something positive and to, for social aspects such as making friends, building confidence, things like that. Their mission is to be a nonprofit and educational organization and to make soccer the preeminent youth sport in the United States. And their vision is to be the future of soccer and provide a path for every type of player. Their core values consist of things such as respect for opponents, officials, etc., integrity to compete with fairness and consistency, teamwork, which requires them to, teamwork at all levels, whether it's a player or an administrative role. And of course, excellence, which is to strive for excellence in all interactions and decision making. The purpose of forming U.S. Soccer was for there to be a home for different types of soccer players. U.S. Soccer has sub-organizations in all 50 states, including 2 in places such as Pennsylvania and the bigger states, but they have different administrative organizations of all types of levels, from recreation all the way up to the highest level of travel, such as things like ECNL, where players can have a home at any type of level. They started in 1974 and only had 100,000 registered players, and now are sitting at almost 3 million players, and between the ages of 5 and 19. The largest member of the United States Soccer Federation, this body is the body for the United States, and it also has 600,000 volunteers and administrators with 300,000 coaches, and it continues to grow as coaches continue to enter the game and administrators continue to grow and move up from being coaches to administrators and building clubs. This is just a way for us to provide, again, a healthy activity, whether it's recreation and small-sided games to 11v11 and high-level competition. The goal is to emphasize things such as fun and not focus on winning at all costs. However, there are some organizations where they teach winning and using winning as different aspects, whether it be to grow social skills or to just encourage players to be just competitive. Each child is guaranteed playing time, and the game is educated to be taught in a fun and enjoyable atmosphere. The U.S. Youth Soccer is divided by regions. The 4 are the East, Midwest, South, and West. The 55 member state associations make up youth soccer because there's one in each state, and there's 2 in California, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Texas because of course they're bigger. The boys and girls both register to play for almost 10,000 plus clubs wherever they are located in their member state associations. Each of these state associations are members of both U.S. Youth Soccer and U.S. Soccer. So U.S. Soccer, is built along with 197 other national organizations. They're all members of FIFA. So the way that the branching works, it goes the state association, member of both U.S. Youth Soccer and U.S. Soccer, and then that branches up to FIFA. And FIFA stands as the governing body for soccer, and U.S. Soccer has been a member since 1913. The organizational structure of U.S. Youth Soccer is based on a democratic structure that is able to provide a set uniform rules and guidelines. So these rules and guidelines are mandated across the country and are taught to different coaches as they step in to coach. They also use different things such as marketing and license program to keep the price of the price that players have to play down, and also provide revenue for their services. And this is just a list of the different members that they have, not members, but different staff members that are working within the organization, whether it be event managing to having different officers in each region to focusing on marketing, media, accounting, as well as managing the different leagues. Some events that U.S. Youth Soccer holds besides tournaments at the state level, again, for all different types of competition. They also have international tours, which are very beneficial to players who want to travel internationally and see what the soccer is like in places like Brazil, Spain, London, and participate in tournaments, do some sightseeing, and also play in exhibition games. And then, of course, they also have the U.S. Youth Soccer Leadership Summit, which is where the state association leaders and different industry experts come in, and they have open forums, and it's a great networking event. Some of the strengths of U.S. youth soccer, from my standpoint, are that they're just a dominating force when it comes to youth soccer. In growing within the states, they're also, adding teams, adding players, and this allows players to continue to grow through the pathway of going from local club to potentially playing at a national level for teams like the U.S. women's national team and the men's national team. This also allows coaches to better educate themselves and continue to remain knowledgeable as the game changes and as the players change, and understand how to coach different types of players. Some of the weaknesses are there are different methodologies from U.S. youth soccer that may take away from what some see as a competitive edge that other countries have. For example, one of the complaints that some coaches have is that U.S. youth soccer emphasizes equal playing time versus winning at all costs, whereas maybe if you go to another country, that's not the case. There's also the idea of there are some clubs and some organizations that don't follow the same mandates that U.S. youth soccer is trying to implement, and also that ends up hurting the player retention, where we do lose players that could potentially be playing on a national level because they stop playing. There are plenty of opportunities within this organization. Besides continuing to educate coaches on how to develop players, there's also room for players to grow and players to be educated and know what it means to quote unquote win, whether it be socially, as individuals, growing confidence, making friends, building connections, or just as a player in adding to their skill level. There's also room for expansion where USU Soccer continues to add teams under their state administrations and also add leagues that continue to break each state into different competitive levels, whether it be a recreational level, competitive. For example, in New Jersey, there are teams that play in all different types of leagues based on their competition level, whether it be a recreation level to a travel level. But then there's also some that play in a more premier level, such as ECNL, MPL, where, it's a little bit more exclusive and it's highly competitive. Some threats to USU soccer are, of course, other international bodies that are continuing to expand and grow. There are some players who leave the United States especially if there's, if they have connections to another country, they go to play overseas. Comparing the different methodologies that USU soccer is mandating versus other countries can be difficult because they can affect the way a coach or player learns. If a coach goes to, let's say, Brazil and takes a coaching course and then comes back to the United States and takes a coaching course, they might have a different, both courses might have a different impact on that coach. And they might take something away from the Brazilian course that they don't agree with in the United States course, which, to each his own. There's also the fear of just not finding and developing the right players to go through the program and play on national stages and continue to help U.S. soccer grow. And I would like to thank you guys for listening to my presentation. Hope we continue to let this game grow and impact the United States, as we saw this summer with the women's national team, that it is a great body to be a part of. But it continues to grow and continues to develop and have an impact on what is the game of soccer and also the world. So thank you.